Game Kings, the definition of game, documentary, coming soon. Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So, I'm titling this video, Whose Pussy Is This? Right? Now, I'm sure some of you guys who are out here fucking, at some point, you know, you with a chick, you like her and all that other shit, and then you ask that question, you say, whose pussy is this? And then of course she says, oh, it's your pussy, and you know, you know, your ego is getting fed. You feel what I'm saying? Right? You know, because I've done this also, right? Now, the funny part about this whole thing is your ego likes it, but if you're aware of, you know, certain things, your higher self knows that it's a joke, that that's not really a pussy, right? Or you could, you know, in other situations, or if you look at it another way, you can say it is your pussy, but it's not only your pussy. And I'll probably get to that later on in the video. But basically what this video is mainly about is, you know, understanding that you're sharing pussy, right? And I think, you know, guys still don't get this. You understand? Because I be seeing dudes, they talk about, they be like, yo, Locario, you know, you keep talking about some of the same things. And I'm like, yeah, I keep talking about some of the same things because dudes still don't be getting shit. You understand? And also, when you're learning things, there's certain times you're going to have to repeat certain things, or certain things are going to be repeated as you're talking about it so that it can sink in. Right? So the other day I did a video where I was talking about how, you know, most guys shouldn't get into an open relationship because they're not going to be able to handle it, because what's going to happen is that the chick that they're with, you know, if they're doing an open relationship where each person is able to see other people, the chick that they're with is going to be seeing dudes. But if the guy doesn't have any game about himself, or his game is weak, it's going to be hard for him to get other women, and it's going to be an issue, right? So somebody in my comment section was basically saying that, you know, it's going to be an issue anyway because, you know, guys want ownership over the pussy, right? He was saying that, you know, us men, it's natural for us to want to own the pussy, right? And so what I was telling him is that, see, what you got to understand is ownership is an illusion. You understand? See, yeah, ownership, you know, it's an illusion. See, think about it like this. Like, let's think about your body, right? And inside your body, you have all these, you know, cells moving around all the time and bumping into each other, right? And because those cells are bumping into each other and doing the things that they need to do, that keeps you, you know, healthy and able to walk, talk, do whatever you do, right? So those cells, when they're interacting and bumping into other cells, they're not saying, well, hey, Mr. or Mrs. Cell, you know, I'm gonna just hang out with you and you know, now I own you, and you know, you're just mine, and move over other cells, don't look at this. No, they're all just interacting with each other, bumping around, doing what they need to do in order to keep you going and doing what you need to do. See, now us as human beings, we are just beings bumping into each other, interacting with each other, doing what we need to do to repopulate the fucking earth. You understand what I'm saying? And all the other things on the earth, like the insects, the fucking trees, all the other things, they're doing what they need to do to keep this shit going. See, it's your ego that creates this illusion of ownership. And also it's society that has taught you that you own a bunch of shit. You understand what I'm saying? Or that, you know, all these things right here is yours, and this is mine, and this is mine. Right? So when it comes to you dealing with women, what happens is that you start to have this illusion that you own the pussy. Right? So while you're fucking a chick, you're like, yo, whose pussy is this? Because you want confirmation on what you own. Right? But the funny part is, you fucking that girl and you're like, whose pussy is this? And she says yours. And then next week she gonna fuck another guy and he's gonna be like, whose pussy is this? And she's gonna be like, yours. You understand? So, I mean, I don't ever remember a time me fucking a chick and I say, whose pussy is this? And she says Carlos. Right? Like, Carlos was hitting it last week and he said, whose pussy is this? And she said, it's yours. And then when I hit it, I say, whose pussy is this? She doesn't tell me Carlos. She says, it's yours. Right? So, and I'm going to get back to that in a second. See, again, the ego makes you want to think that you have ownership. See, look, think about it this way. Let's say you own a company, right? This is your company. You worked to build this company. You know, you're the boss, all this other shit, right? Now, let's say you hire an employee to work for your company. Do you own this employee? Right? Do you own them? Can you make them stay with your company? Right? You don't own them. You can't make them stay. When that person is an employee of your company, what you do is you lead, direct, and manage them so that they can build up your company. But you don't own them. They can leave at any moment. They can quit at any moment. Or you could fire them at any moment. Right? So you don't own them, but they're there for the time being to help you with your shit, to you know, build up your stuff. See, what's funny is, you know, I remember I was hearing somebody say, I think it was a comment or something, where a guy was like, oh, I don't want a chick with a high body count or a chick who's fucking around with a whole bunch of dudes, because he was like, well, I don't want to invest in a woman who has been around the block or has, you know, been doing all this shit. But see, that's the mistake you're making. You're not investing in the chick. You're investing in yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Same way where you get that employee to work for you. So you're not investing in the employee. You get the employee because the employee is going to bring you more money to your company. So by hiring the employee, you are investing in yourself. So by dealing with any chick, you're investing in yourself. So it's not about her, it's about you. Right? But that's, you know, something that dudes really need to think about. But see, when you go back to this whole thing of whose pussy is this, right? What you have to understand is that you don't really own the pussy, right? But on the other end of the spectrum, you could say you do, if you look at it on a different perspective. Because let's say the chick is fucking Carlos and she says, whose pussy is this? And she says, it's yours to Carlos. And then she fucks Locario and I say, whose pussy is this? And she says, it's yours to me. Right? So you could say that none of us own the pussy because we both fucking it. But also you could look at it in a different way and say, okay, you both own the pussy. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's all encompassed in one thing. Meaning she's saying, I fuck with both of y'all. But see, this brings you know, it to the point of talking about sharing pussy, which, you know, I've tried to explain to guys before that you're all going to be sharing pussy anyway. Dudes is like, well, I don't want to share no pussy. You ain't got no choice. You understand? You ain't got no choice. Because, see, I don't want to get too deep on this shit, but, I'll just say a little bit of something. Is that, see, in the material world, things are broken up and separated. You understand what I'm saying? Things are broken up and separated. And so, for example, you have the concept of up and down, the concept of left and right, the concept of hot and cold. Those are things that are broken up. But essentially, up and down is one thing. Hot and cold is one thing. Front and back is one thing. You understand? Meaning that you can't have one without the other. So it's still, in essence, one thing. It's one thing broken up. So that concept of things being broken up gets people to think that, okay, well, if these things are broken up, or things are broken up into all these different little pieces and things, then I own this thing. I own this piece. You see what I'm saying? I own this piece. Right? But the truth is that it's all one thing. You understand what I'm saying? So this is why I say the perspective of, you could say, well, you don't own the pussy because, it's not just yours. But then you could say, I do own the pussy because it's everybody's. You feel what I'm saying? It's still everybody's. See, when I deal with women, right? I look at it as, I don't own none of these chicks, or I look at it as, all of these women are my women. Either you could go either way. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't got no hold on none of y'all, or I could look at it as, all of y'all are my chicks. You understand? So, see, when you're thinking with the ego, you're thinking of ownership. You're thinking of mine. You're thinking of, this is mine because me having this thing makes me feel good. Me feeling like this pussy is my pussy makes me, my ego, feel good. You understand? But when you look at everything on a whole as as oneness, you feel what I'm saying? Then what happens is that you realize, when you're, in your higher state of consciousness, when you're in your higher self, you realize that that concept of ownership is a joke. Make sure you click the link below to get your free copy of the audio program, Undeniable Game. This program is going to teach you 7 easy to follow tips on how to really attract beautiful women. In this audio program, you'll learn exactly what you need to do to become that confident man women are attracted to. You'll also learn what you must do to become better at approaching and talking to women. You'll learn why women don't return your calls and what to do to increase the chances of women returning your calls. You also learn the only time you should call or text a woman. You'll learn how to start conversations with women. You'll learn the mindset you must have to be successful with women. You'll also learn the main thing you need to do to figure out if a woman is really interested in you, and much more. So make sure you click the link below to get your copy today.